tools that have been deployed for so many years to enslave Africa. Part 2. If you are dogmatic in terms of religion, just scroll and go watch other videos, not this one. This is for the open-minded ones and those who are curious and who feels tired of seeing Africa where it is today, full of poverty, unemployment, infrastructure gap of over $100 billion per year, poor health facilities, and so many other things. So yes, religion is one of those tools. The first foreigners to visit the African continent came around the 14th century, as per some or certain reports. And these were the explorers. When you are looking for minerals in the ground, oil, you do exploration work first before everything else. Okay? So these were explorers, and they did carried out the exploration works, and whose reports formed the basis for the division of the African continent. All these boundaries we follow today as Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, among other nations, were not intended to define countries, but rather mineral-rich areas. The exploration works were not to find out the source of River Nile or Lake Victoria, as we learn from our social studies and history, but find and map out areas rich in natural mineral resources. That's why the earliest obtainable map of the African continent can be traced back in between the late 14th century and 15th century, as per certain or some reports. After the contact of the explorers to the African continent, their findings sparked the coming of the next groups, the traders or merchants, and later on who turned into colonizers. These capitalized on our ignorance and innocency to exploit our natural resources, giving us guns in return to kill ourselves, mirrors, clothes, among other things. Some of our tribes were really unpleased and rebelled against them. That formed the rebellions we study in our history. This sparked them to craft a plan of how to soften our hearts, and that's how the missionaries later on came into play. They spread what they called Christianity with verses like blessed are the poor, or blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Then why were they after our riches? Does it mean they never wanted the kingdom of God as they were spreading to the Africans? Like we are all created in the image and likeness of God, such that we don't be rebellious to them. If so, why did they kill those who rebelled against them? Weren't they then killing God's images? And oh, by the way, the word missionaries or missionary comes from the word mission, which they made a religious mission, by the way. So, they were sent on a mission to use religion to achieve their selfish economic interests. Food for thought. Was this mission to go overseas and deceive, abbreviated as God? You can connect the dots. Were those doctrines really what Jesus taught? Or they customized them to suit their objectives? Of the Africans who had prior knowledge about the original teachings of Jesus, and even today anyway, the doctrines of the Bible have changed several times ever since inception of the original copy. I hear today they want to change it to include LGBTQ to further their agenda to the next generations, who won't be able to know the truth. Could it be the same thing that happened during the colonization of Africa? Were our cultural norms and traditions really satanic, as they put it? Is it true we didn't know about God? Then who taught us the words we use in our local languages to refer to God and heaven and all that related to that topic? In Luganda, we say Katonda, Ruhanga in Runyankore, Imana in Runyarwanda, Nyame in Ghana. Did we get to know or create those words after knowing the word God from the whites? The answer is in your hands. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We spend most of the time in the churches, which is okay, and they spend most of the time thinking of how to exploit our continent to their benefit and grow richer and richer as we grow poorer and poorer. So change your mindset, change Africa, and change the world.